Hurricane Zeta tonight making landfall just after 4 p.m. Central Time in southeast Louisiana. 110-mile-per-hour winds. Now the worst of the storm shifting off towards the east into Mississippi. So let's go to NewsNation reporter Alex Love in Gulfport, Mississippi tonight. Alex, some of the worst of the weather just a few miles west of you. What are you experiencing there in Gulfport?
Let me tell you what we're experiencing. We had to move from outside to inside our weather car, and we have been shaking back and forth. It sounds like there's a train running right next to us. That's how strong the wind is. I'm gonna change you guys right now to our dash cam and show you what we've got right here. So this is just one of several trees that is blown over and blocking parts of the road. That fell about 10 minutes ago. You can see there's many signs that are shaking back and forth. And if we come up here to the railroad tracks, we'll show you there was a big power surge that lit up the whole sky, and we believe part of it, you can see some of the crossing poles have fallen down. But look at this, an entire railroad crossing metal pole, the lights all shattered. It is now completely fallen over, and it's just something we did not expect to see. But the worst of the storm, like you said, is coming over the Mississippi Gulf Coast right now. We've got winds that are approaching about 90 miles per hour, and it's taking debris everywhere. Let's go to some video we shot earlier. You can see that before the power went out, Gulfport was experiencing a lot of heavy winds. There was a lot of debris being taken everywhere. Signs were in the way, and that's because we are east of the storm. Right now, the eye wall is almost right over us, but we've been east of the storm up until now, and that's why all that low pressure wind is counterclockwise, pushing all this water and all this heavy rain right our way. We could see a storm surge as high as 11 feet once we hit the maximum. So that's what we've been looking at right now. Power is almost completely out for the city of Gulfport where we are. Main Street, as you probably saw, is completely dark, and we're trying to maneuver our way right now through this as the night goes on. So that's pretty much all we have right now for an update, but of course stick with NewsNation. We've got a couple more updates coming up, and as the worst of the storm continues to hover over Mississippi. Reporting in Gulfport, I'm Alex Love for NewsNation.
Alex, thank you. And just west of you, we're getting a storm surge report exceeding now 8 feet at Bay St. Louis. And this is where the roughest weather, at least at the moment, is. As Alex said, it's going to be in southern Mississippi. So Alex is here in Gulfport, and notice how quickly the storm is moving off towards the northeast at 25 miles per hour. So almost done with rainfall along not just the Mississippi coast, but even the Louisiana coast. The center circulation, the eye, earlier this afternoon and to the early evening, passing right over New Orleans. And now it's just gusty winds. You're done with the rainfall as dry air is wrapping in on the backside of this now Category 1 hurricane. Made landfall as a Cat 2 here in southeast Louisiana, racing now to the northeast. And the highest wind gusts, Alex just told us, near 90 miles per hour, 89-mile-per-hour wind gusts there, 79-mile-per-hour winds there. And we'll get some updates with some of these other weather stations here in the next 15 minutes. On top of the storm surge, on top of wind gusts exceeding hurricane strength, the tornado risk is going to be high tonight from New Orleans to Mobile, stretching northward into portions of Alabama, just south of Birmingham. So these little cells coming off the Gulf of Mexico, they race inland and they spin. We've already had several tornadoes reported. See this one right here? That's a rotating thunderstorm. So we'll have to watch this one as it gets a little bit closer to Gulf shores here over the next 15, 20 minutes. With that being said, tornado watches have been posted. New Orleans, you've been trimmed out of it, so that's the good news. You have that dry air coming in, but Gulfport, Mobile, just south of Montgomery under a tornado watch. That's in effect until midnight Central Time. It's a fast mover. It's going to continue to weaken. By 1 a.m., it is a tropical storm near Birmingham, passing to the north of Atlanta, but certainly bringing rain to Atlanta, and then moving closer to the D.C. area by tomorrow afternoon as a tropical storm. And then as we head into tomorrow night, this is unreal. 24 hours from now, this thing's going to be out in the Atlantic and be a distant memory. That's how fast this storm is trucking.